Okay, so how many stars do you think Dave Meltzer gave this match?
Oh shit, Kenny Omega was in it. And oh no, yeah, it had a Bushi, so for sure I got 5 stars.
Yeah, Ibushi, so 5 stars. He for sure
Yeah,
gave it
yeah.
probably like way too many stars than it
Secondhand
deserves.
New Japan. Well, but I thought a 4.5 is basically a 5.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't
um
that what he said, bro?
yes, he's like, well, I mean, if I say it's 5 and you say it's 4 3/4, I mean, we think the same thing.
Basically a
It's just
5.
all CVV was trying to. You guys, if you haven't seen Dave Meltzer's interview with Chris Van Vliet, shout out Chris CVV, man, go and check
We
that
should
out.
do
Like,
that for the Patreon.
we
We should
should
pay.
maybe
That
do
should be
that
one
for
of
the
the things.
Patreon because he's
God,
such.
no, we should for sure,
It
bro.
just exposes like how much of a fucking clown shoes he is, dude. Like he just won't. All CVV's trying to do, and CVV wasn't trying to press him. All he was trying to do was get him to go. What do you base your rating on? Like what it may constitutes a 5 star. Like okay, you like the Japan style, so it's very
Well,
subjective. And then Dave doesn't go, yes, it is subjective. It's just my opinion. He won't. He doesn't just do that. He goes, well, well, no, like I do know, like the climax is
that's
better.
the way they do the
Then he
matches.
tries to play it like, no, I'm actually this subjective voice. And the thing is like, dude, all he has to say is, dude, if we laid out a criteria and then tried to
Right, like
score it,
based
so like,
off.
okay, you get 1 star
Right,
for the event, like
right
the
up,
impact of the
right.
event,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 star for the buildup, 1 star for the work itself in that particular match, 1 star for and then you grade it like okay, but it's like his grade is just strictly based on the moves they do.
Yeah,
That's
his
what like I
bias.
try to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
through to
No,
people.
the
No,
sequence.
the work rate. Well, what does work rate mean, dude? Dave Meltzer invented that term. So you mean the moves they do? Like, oh, his work's better because he
Well, yeah.
does like what does work to me when I go, oh, he works good. To me, that's selling. To me, that's fucking cinching in holds correctly and like making
Yeah,
it look real,
psychology,
throwing good punches, being a good hand,
working the crowd.
dude,
Yeah.
working the crowd,
Right.
taking
Yeah. How are
doing
you
the
selling?
job, laying flat for the finish, being in the right spots.
Dodging.
To me, that's work. So
Yeah.
when you're like, oh, it's a 10 star. How
A
many
sequence.
5 star matches has WWE had? Well, they don't do them all the time because then it buries it when you do it on a pay-per-view. They just have good TV matches, and that's better for the product because they're, as Hairline always points out,
Compelling
it's
television.
people work, yeah, they're working together for the crowd and to give you a good TV show to build up to the moment where the crazy Tyler Black shit comes out. You know what I mean? The AJ Styles and Japan shit.
Tyler
Like
Black.
it's
Ah.
yeah, it's just like the fact you don't like. So what is Meltzer rating it on? Like, is he rating it on, like, to me, the best workers are
And
guys with
if
good,
it's in Japan,
like, good
if it's in
facials, the
Japan,
guys who hit the ropes good, the guys who, so when they're like, it's a 10 star match, but like, okay, but what is it though? Like, oh, he can do a
yeah.
630 flip. So that get, like, oh no, he hit the lariat and then the guy popped right up and then hit the lariat. Like, I'm sorry, there's no better storytelling in
Well,
wrestling. Just watch
and,
Hogan versus Andre. That's one of the most best stories told in a
right.
match. Hogan's trying to beat this giant and he goes to the outside and then he gets backdropped on the concrete and then he gets him up for the slam finally. Like, that's a story, bro. There's not much like, I get like, oh, the work and the kickouts and the false finishes. Is that good work to you guys? Because that's not like a false finish doesn't
Right.
mean you're a good worker because you kicked out at 2
Well,
and 3. Like, yeah, sorry, you go ahead.
and one of the other main things he kept saying was all like, well, it depends if it's a 5 star match or not. Is if it's considered a contender for match of the year, and it's all like, God damn it, you could say any match is fucking a contender for match of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Meltzer can't just be like, dude, no, I just love the flippy shit, or like, I just love Japan
Right.
style, and these are my subjective ratings. And
That's
yes,
just rude.
I am kind of like, yes, I am a little bit not even biased. Don't have to go, oh, I'm biased. Like, because that's the thing, right? We can all have biases. Like, Hairline, you're biased towards WWE, you're biased towards Jericho. You let
Right.
him get away with a bit of shit.
What?
Just
Whoa, wait,
just like I'm biased a
hey,
little bit towards Kenny and
wow.
these guys. Like, I know the Young Bucks drive you nuts, but I was putting them over even in this blood and guts. Like, I like Nick doing the 2 ring spots and shit. Like, I like that. So
You like that?
dude, yeah, man, I do. It reminds me of like old
What about
WCW
tell me?
type shit.
It's a member berry. That's all it is. Anyone could have done that spot. It didn't have to be fucking Road Warrior Buck or fucking Balding Buck.
Okay, but the fact
Cucamonga
it
can.
is, see, biases, right? Like the fact it is shouldn't diminish the spot itself, you know, the fact it was him, but you don't like it because it was a buck, right? So that's just the point I'm making. Anyways,